When your dog howls during rainfall, death has already found your address. You now have less than 10 minutes before SHE materializes on your street. Police cannot save you. Military cannot reach you. Only these rules keep you breathing. Listen now before rain touches your window. This is a mandatory message from the National Weather and Public Safety Department. Do not turn this off. Critical information has been redacted. Some sentences were deliberately erased. We are ordering all citizens to barricade themselves indoors if their dogs begin howling during rainfall. This is not about weather. This is about survival. For the last few weeks, thousands have vanished after ignoring this exact warning. It always starts identically. The sky bleeds gray. Cold rain begins falling. And somewhere nearby, a dog begins to howl. The howling spreads like infection, street to street, town to town. Even dogs that were sedated suddenly wake screaming. They all turn toward the same invisible point, and then they howl in perfect unison. Here's what terrifies investigators. The rain always begins after the howling starts. Never before. People dismissed this as coincidence until forensic audio proved otherwise. When dogs howl together, something tears through from the other side. Reality thins. She crosses over. If your dog howls during rain, do not touch it. Do not speak to it. Do not unlock your doors. Do not approach mirrors. Stay absolutely silent. Dogs detect her presence before human senses register anything wrong. That's why they howl. They're not calling her. They're screaming a warning you cannot ignore. Every second of howling buys you time to hide. The first casualties came from isolated villages near stagnant water. Survivors reported the rain never stopped falling there. Even inside their sealed houses, they heard endless dripping. Water seeped under locked doors. Dry walls suddenly streamed with moisture. Then every dog in those villages disappeared overnight. Some dogs fled into storms and were never recovered. Others returned hours later, soaking wet despite being found in dry rooms, staring catatonically at blank walls for days. Their fur reeked of decaying pond water. Their eyes tracked something moving that cameras couldn't capture. Those who survived seeing her call her the wet woman. No one knows her real name. No one has ever seen her face and lived to describe it clearly. Only the sound remains. A soft, childlike crying, like a woman standing abandoned in freezing rain, waiting for someone. Dogs hear her footsteps first. Humans hear her weeping only after the rain becomes torrential. If your dog howls and you hear a woman sobbing outside your walls, do not respond. Do not call back. She is listening for your voice. If she hears your name spoken aloud, she brands it into her memory forever. The wet woman manifests only during rainfall. She resembles someone hopelessly lost in a violent storm. Hair plastered to her skull, clothes shredded and filthy. Her footsteps sound like water dripping on hollow wood. She walks through spaces where rain never falls, yet she is always completely drenched. Dogs stop howling the instant she comes within range. They either collapse into paralyzed silence or disappear in the shadows. Some never make another sound again. Witnesses who glimpsed her reported that reflections distorted first in rainwater puddles, in glass windows, in polished steel surfaces. They saw her silhouette standing directly behind them. When they spun around, nothing physical was there. Only fresh wet footprints on dry ground. If you see your reflection move independently of your body, cover it immediately with anything available. She uses water as doorways. Any reflective surface becomes her entrance. Authorities have analyzed the acoustic signature. Every time dogs howl in synchronization, spectrographic analysis reveals a second voice buried underneath their frequency. It is not thunder rumbling. It is not natural echo. It is human. It sounds like someone simultaneously drowning and desperately whispering. The voice endlessly repeats one phrase. Let me back in. Always identical words. Always becoming clearer when dogs suddenly fall silent. We now believe she crosses through sound itself. Rain carries her consciousness. Water retains auditory memory. When dogs howl, they rupture what sleeps trapped inside it. Survival protocol. Follow exactly. If your dog howls during rainfall, immediately extinguish all light sources. Seal every window and stay away from mirrors, water, and reflective metal. Let the dog continue howling. Do not silence it. Do not speak its name or yours aloud. If the dog goes abruptly silent, remain frozen for minimum 10 minutes. Multiple survivors reported rain began falling inside their locked rooms. Microscopic drops appeared on interior walls and furniture. Each drop smelled of grave soil and corroded metal. That odor means she has breached your perimeter. Do not wipe the drops away. Do not make any sound. Wait motionless until they evaporate naturally. If electrical power flickers during active rainfall, do not move. Do not investigate the breaker box. She travels through wet electrical systems and flowing water pipes. In one documented case, security footage captured the homeowner's dog howling frantically at a closed bathroom door. The room was confirmed empty. When he finally opened it, the mirror was fogged with condensation, but the moisture was on the outside surface, impossible under physics. Impressed against the glass from within was a woman's face with skin like drowned flesh. After that frame, the footage corrupts into static. Only a pool of stagnant water remained on the tile floor. Some believe she searches for her dog that drowned. Others claim she was deliberately drowned herself, and now follows the sound of grief and mourning. The truth remains unclear, but evidence confirms she tracks howling and always finds homes where someone has recently lived. If you hear knocking during rainfall, it will come exactly 3 times. First knock on your door, second knock on your window, third knock on your floor beneath you. Do not acknowledge any of them. If the third knock rises from below your feet, evacuate that room instantly. She enters through drainage systems and standing puddles. That's her method of travel. The wetter the environment, the faster she manifests. In recovered recordings, witnesses described rain continuing to fall even while standing beneath solid roofs. Drops formed spontaneously in mid-air, falling in slow motion as if gravity had weakened. Each drop landed precisely where she would materialize seconds later. One police officer's body camera showed rain falling in a perfect circle around her, but never on her. Then the transmission cut to dead static. If your dog transitions from howling to barking or aggressive growling, she has successfully entered your house. Do not attempt to escape through exterior doors. She waits directly behind them. Move immediately to the driest location in the room. Stand completely motionless. Do not breathe audibly. Dogs hear her better than humans can, but she hears better than both species combined. Desperate people have attempted prayers, UV lights, even playback recordings of thunder. Nothing provides lasting protection. She adapts and learns rapidly. The only strategy that sometimes succeeds is absolute silence. When rainfall stops, do not rush outside immediately. Wait and listen carefully. If you still detect dripping sounds, the rain has not truly ended. That sound is her footsteps walking away from your location. If you exit before that sound completely ceases, you will encounter her halfway between inside and outside. Reports continue flooding in. Entire neighborhoods of dogs howling simultaneously at 3 a.m. Rain falling from cloudless skies. Water erupting from underground and flowing upward. People vanishing from locked houses with security systems armed. only their dogs found wandering later, soaking wet, traumatized into permanent silence. Scientists officially classify it as mass acoustic hallucination, something about infrasonic frequencies. But the evidence recordings don't survive. After 24 hours, every audio file becomes corrupted beyond recovery. When played back, only rhythmic dripping remains audible. And in the final second before silence, a woman's breathing pressed close against the microphone. If you hear breathing sounds through your phone during rain, do not end the call. Let it disconnect by itself. Hanging up is interpreted as answering her directly. Witnesses claim she remembers acts of kindness, but she also remembers voices. If you spoke toward her even once, she may follow the unique frequency of your words forever. You may begin dreaming of her standing at the edge of black water, calling your name softly. Your dog will share those dreams. Sometimes it will wake at 3 a.m. howling at nothing. That means she has located you again. Cover all mirrors at night when rain is forecast. Never leave wet clothing hanging overnight. Never sleep near open windows. If water pools near your bed while you sleep, do not step onto the floor. She moves underneath it. The government cannot officially confirm her nature or origin. All that is verified is that she arrives with rain and vanishes when sunlight returns, but she never truly leaves permanently. Water retains memory forever, and every time a dog howls, that sound resurrects her. Some survivors describe hearing a woman whisper clearly after the rain stops. They report she repeats one sentence: "Thank you for calling me." Then complete silence. Then slow dripping resuming. If your dog howls again the following night, abandon that house. She returns to the same sound signature. Always. Remember this. Your dog is not cursed. It is desperately protecting you. Let it howl, even if the sound terrifies you to your core. Because when it stops howling, she begins moving toward you. Final instruction. If you see water forming impossible shapes on walls, if droplets slide in patterns resembling handwriting, do not read them. Those are names of the dead. Once you read your own name, she knows your exact location forever. This message was recovered from an abandoned broadcast station after an unexplained storm. The announcer's voice ends mid-sentence. Only rain continues forever on the recording. If your dog is howling right now during rain, she's already coming. You have less than 10 minutes. Transmission ends.
Eyes on Channel 7 is signing off. Stay tuned, stay safe.